Today I'm going to be presenting our Smart Finance project, which is a web-based accounting application that we developed over the course of 5 sprints. The goal of this project was to design and build a system that can handle real-world accounting functions like user management, journal entries, financial reporting, and dashboard analytics. Throughout the semester, we're not only focused on developing the application itself, but also on creating and maintaining a full set of software engineering documents. In this presentation, I'll be going through those documents in order, explaining what each one is, how it helped our project, and how we updated it as we progressed through each sprint. I'm going to start by going over how we tracked our project using Trello. Our Trello board was used throughout the entire semester to organize tasks, track progress, and manage each sprint. We had different columns like Not Started, In Progress, Completed, Bugs, and Research, which helped us clearly see where everything stood at any given time. Each sprint had its own set of cards that listed the features and requirements we needed to complete. As we worked through each sprint, we moved tasks across the board, which helped keep everyone accountable and on schedule. This tool played a big role in team communication and organization, especially since we had multiple modules being developed at the same time. Overall, Trello helped us stay structured and ensured that we met our sprint deadlines. Next is the Gantt chart, which we used for project planning and scheduling. The Gantt chart laid out all of our sprints, deadlines, and major milestones across the semester. It helped us visualize how the project would progress over time and make it easier to plan ahead for upcoming deliverables. Each sprint had a specific goal, like user authentication, chart of accounts, journal entries, and financial reporting. We updated the Gantt chart as needed to reflect progress of any changes in timing. This document was important because it gave us a clear timeline and helped us stay on track, especially with strict sprint deadlines. Overall, it acted as a roadmap for the entire project. The proposal document was one of the first documents we created for this project. It explains the purpose of the Smart Finance application and what problems we were trying to solve. It outlines the need for a web-based accounting system and describes features like role-based access, financial reporting, and dashboards. This document helped guide the direction of the project from the beginning and made everyone understand our goals. It also includes sections like motivation, objectives, methodology, and deliverables. Throughout the semester, we referred back to the proposal to make sure we were staying aligned with the original goals. Overall, it served as the foundation for everything we built. The SPMP document focuses on how the project was managed and organized throughout the semester. It includes sections like project organization, managerial process, technical processes, and scheduling. The document explains how tasks were divided among team members and how we handled communication, risks, and deadlines. We used a waterfall model with some spiral iterations, which allowed us to complete work step by step while still improving after each sprint. The SPMP was updated after each sprint to reflect progress and any changes in the project. It helped keep the team organized and made sure everyone knew their responsibilities. Overall, the document was essential for managing the workflow and keeping the project on schedule. Here I'm going to briefly go over the software design document. This document focuses on how the system is designed, including the architecture, data structure, and component logic. The system uses a 3-tier architecture with a client layer, application layer, and database layer, which helps keep everything modular and organized. The document also explains key components like user management, journal entries, ledger processing, and financial reporting. It includes sections for system architecture, data design, component design, and user interface design. Throughout the semester, we updated this document as we added new features in each sprint. The document helped us understand how everything connects and ensured the system was built in a structured and scalable way. The class diagram represents the structure of our system by showing the different classes, their attributes, and how they relate to each other. It includes classes like user, account, journal entry, financial report, and dashboard components. This diagram helped us visualize how data moves through the system and how different parts interact. It was especially useful during development because it gave us a clear blueprint of the system structure. As we added new features in later sprints, we updated the diagram to reflect these changes. Overall, the class diagram helped ensure consistency in our design and made development easier to understand. The database diagram shows how all the data in the system is stored and connected. It includes tables like users, accounts, journal entries, financial reports, and dashboard data. The diagram also shows a relationship between tables using primary and foreign keys. This was important for making sure our database was properly structured and could support all the system features. As we progressed through the sprints, we updated the database design to include new tables and relationships. This design helped ensure data integrity and made it easier to implement back-end functionality. Overall, it served as the foundation for storing and managing all system data. The SRS document defines what the system is supposed to do. It includes detailed requirements from each sprint, starting with login and authentication, then expanding into accounting features like journal entries, financial reports, and dashboards. The document is organized into sections like introduction, overall description, system features, and requirements. Each requirement is written clearly so it can be tested later. We updated the SRS after each sprint to include new features and requirements. This document was extremely important because it guided development and made sure we were building the correct functionality. Overall, it acted as the blueprint for the system's behavior. A user manual explains how to use the smart finance system from a user's perspective. It includes instructions for logging in and managing accounts, creating journal entries, and generating reports. The manual also describes the different user roles, including the administrator, manager, and accountant. It is organized into sections like system requirements, getting started, system features, and troubleshooting. As we added new features in each sprint, we updated the manual to reflect those changes. This document is important because it helps users understand how to navigate and use the system correctly. Overall, it ensures that the application is user-friendly and easy to operate. Finally, the STS covers our testing and quality assurance process. It explains how we tested the system across all 5 sprints using methods like black box testing, functional testing, integration testing, and user acceptance testing. The document includes detailed test cases that verify each feature works correctly, such as login validation, journal entry, balancing, and financial report accuracy. Each test case follows a consistent format including steps, expected results, and pass or fail status. We continually updated this document as new features were added. This helped us catch errors early and ensure the system was reliable. Overall, the STS made sure that everything was built as expected. And now over to the live demo.
Hi, I'm walking you through Smart Finance, a web-based accounting platform we built across 5 sprints for Lee Cage Plumbing Supplies. It's built on Laravel 11 on the back end, Tailwind and Alpine on the front, with full role-based access for admins, managers, and accountants. Notice login is by username and not email. Usernames are auto-generated by first initial, last name, plus the month and the year the user was created. Passwords are bcrypt hashed. They must be at least 8 characters with letter, number, and special character. They can't be reused and expire every 90 days. Also, 3 failed attempts auto-suspend the account. This is the admin dashboard. We have pending access requests and expiring password warnings on the right here with system activity below. So here's the user management. I can create users, assign roles, suspend with date, range, start and end, or deactivate entirely. So let's approve one of the registrations. Done. And now that user is active and can log in. Administrative reporting. This is the user listing with color-coded password expiry. Green is healthy, amber is within 3 days, red is expired. We also have a dedicated expire passwords report, an internal email composer with per user history, and a full activity log with before and after snapshots on every change. Okay, so Sprint 2 is the chart of accounts. Accounts are grouped by categories: assets, liabilities, equity, revenue, expense, each with a normal side and a current balance formatted as currency. Search and category filters are at the top. So let me add a new account. And we'll just say that this is an expense. Debit. We'll just give any description right here. Saved. And now if I open the account and check the events, we can see here the creation is logged with the full field snapshot. Admins can deactivate, but the accounts that have been posted to can't be deleted, so we can preserve that history. So let's go to the accountant's account right here. Switching to the accountant, Sprint 3 is journalizing. So multiple debits, multiple credits, source documents attached, PDF, Word, Excel, and images are all supported. Debits are listed first and credits are indented below them, matching the textbook convention. The system enforces that debits equal credits before submission. And of course we submitted that already. Let's switch to the manager so we can approve it. As the manager, the pending entry shows on my dashboard, and when I open it, I can review the lines in the attached document and approve. The rejection is also one click, but requires a written reason that's emailed back to the accountant. So let's now switch back to the accountant. And once approved, let's go to ledger. Once approved, it posts to the ledger. Running balance updates and the post reference links straight back to the source journal entry. So Sprint 4 adds the adjusting entries, and it's the same approval workflow plus the 4 financial statements. So trial balance, every account debits credits tied out. 3-line and income statements, we have 3-line heading per the textbook layout, revenue minus expenses, and net income at the bottom. Returned earnings flow from the net income. Balance sheet is in T format with subcategory groups and ties back to the returned earnings. We can download it here, and we can also send out an email to the admin if we want to. Because every report it exports as a PDF and can be emailed directly, and saved snapshots are versioned for audibility. In Sprint 5, we have role-specific dashboards, pending approvals, notifications, and the finance ratio panel. So liquidity shows the current and quick ratios. Profitability shows the net margin and return on assets. Leverage shows the debt to equity, and each is colored, branded against target ranges, and you can drill into the underlying accounts. So that's the full loop. Secure authentication, chart of accounts, journalizing with manager approval, adjusting entries and statements, and analytics on the top, with a complete audit trail with role separation throughout, and 75 plus feature tests passing. Also, the best of all is one command Docker deploy. So thanks for watching.